Hey there, it's Sonia Miller, life coach, speaker, and author. And I am back again with another Q&A session. And today's question is, how do I end the hell of comparing myself to people? So I love this question because it actually lets me talk about some really common myths about self-esteem and enoughness. So the reason we compare ourselves to other people, some of us do it a lot. Sometimes we just have a little kind of a twinge where, a friend, a neighbor, a person out there has accomplished something that we wish we accomplished, or, it's a sneaky thing. It can, even if you're like a person who generally has high self-esteem, that comparison thing can show up. And so there's this human condition that's actually, if you look at it from a sort of a spiritual level, it's the little demon of not enoughness, okay? And even if we grew up in these really wonderfully healthy environments, there's so much in our environment. There's so many messages in the people around us that perpetuates this message of not enough. And don't get me talking about media and social media and all that stuff where everyone's doing these like commercials for themselves and their lives, but I digress. So anyway, there's this human condition that has a little whisper that says not enough. Okay. And so what happens is that if we have some experience of low self-esteem, there's this myth, this illusion that the way to solve low self-esteem is to become enough of something. And so this comparison is kind of an extension of that not enough dynamic, which is enough means I need to reach some arbitrary standard of enoughness. There's like some measuring stick that will tell me that I'm enough. And so you're always comparing yourself to some measurement out there, but there's no universal measurement of enoughness. It's just this like weird gerbil wheel that keeps you running, and you never can get there. Okay. So what I'd like to offer is a very different way of looking at self-esteem and that sense of wholeness. Okay. So one of my earliest teachers used to say, there is no success without self-acceptance. And I would say the same thing about self-esteem. You cannot have high self-esteem if you don't have or experience self-acceptance. All right. Now, wholeness, self-esteem, self-love, what is that? What is love? And I've actually contemplated this at length and looked at it from many different angles, because a lot of us have these ideas about what love is that is limited at best. Most people think of love, or at least romantic love, but generally love as a feeling. And sure, you can feel love, right? But love, self-love and wholeness, it's not a destination. It's a verb. It's a way of being with yourself. It's a practice, okay? And love is basically inclusion, acceptance, okay? So whenever there's some aspect of yourself that you are holding separate, you're either rejecting it, you're judging it, you're avoiding it, that aspect, all right, is not included into the whole of who you are. But when you start to look at acceptance as the main, I kind of call it the fairy dust of self-esteem. When you start to look at, this is who I am, this is who I'm not, this is who I'll never be, and really look at what aspects of myself have I rejected or judged, what is my opportunity to accept this? Then you start to tap into not just high self-esteem and wholeness, but that mechanism that has you compare yourself to other people starts to fall away. That part of you that's looking outside of yourself to decide, am I enough? Who do I need to become? What do I need to change about myself to be accepted or enough or whole? That whole externalized seeking of enoughness, and comparison starts to fall away. And whenever you feel that comparison arise, you can say, okay, what aspect of me do I have an opportunity to see and to accept and to bring into the whole and to practice love with? In other words, acceptance with, instead of holding apart and separating. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. This, for me, when I started to look at self-acceptance, instead of trying to reach an arbitrary standard of enoughness as the path to self-esteem, that was the beginning of the end of hell, the hell of comparison, and really starting to come home to myself and finding that inner peace that many of us are seeking. So I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, if it was useful, please like and share this video with others. It helps me reach the people I'm here to serve. If you'd like more information about my programs and services and ways to keep tapping into your, or I should say, accessing your untapped power, go to successforthesoul.com. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.